Questions from Brainerd and Staples about wolves. We've got a viewer from Staples who notes that as the wolf veers south, the deer population decreases, the moose are nearly gone, and a viewer from Brainerd wants to know, is it Minnesota's fault that the wolf has been put back on the endangered species list? And I think there are a couple of other people in this stack who are concerned about it. Now, just so that our viewers understand, that decision to put it back on the endangered species list is as a result of a federal district court decision, and nobody at this table, myself included, can do anything about that. So the question is, what happens if there's going to be any legislative action here? And so I'll just throw that open. Anybody have any thoughts on the wolves and what we do about this, if anything?
Well, the first issue is with farmers. We were in the Ag Committee today. They passed around actually a document showing very graphically the impact of wolves, and we saw the application. What happens is if a wolf attacks a cow or a calf and kills the calf, it's called depredation, and the state will pay the value of that calf once it's demonstrated that the wolf did do the killing. Therein lies one of the problems. This farmer was unable to prove for a couple of his calves that it was actually a wolf. But nonetheless, the state has been paying, and they do pay market value. The federal government also has a program, but they pay far less. They don't pay market value. They pay the value of the calf at the time. And there's a lot of potential value in a calf or a cow, and so the real value of that calf or cow is when it comes to market. And so the state definitely, in my mind, has the fairer system. We ran out of money for depredation funds for the wolf. And so we were very pleased. It was interesting. The Ag Department was testifying the day the budget was coming out. And, of course, this issue comes before us, and he had to wait till 11 in the morning to actually announce that they were proposing a significant increase to cover the depredation for wolves. And so that's a very practical issue. It's very important to farmers, and it's important that we move on that.